Hi, my name is Bernard and I'm here to show you how to use the Nectar Research Cloud with a Windows computer. To start with, we need to install some software. The first piece of software is called Putty. If we do a Google search for Putty and go to the Putty download page, you can see there are several components to the Putty suite. The easiest way to install is using the Putty installer. I'm using Chrome, which automatically downloads it to my downloads folder. If you're using Internet Explorer or Firefox, it might put it somewhere else or prompt you where to save it. I'm going to click Run and just follow the prompts to install Putty. Putty is a terminal window that allows me to use SSH to access my computer in the cloud. I don't need to view the README, and I'll click Finish. The other piece of software I want to use is called Xming. If I click on the download Xming, that will download in a couple of seconds. Xming allows me to forward any graphical window from my computer in the cloud to my local desktop. It automatically links in with Putty. Again, it prompts me to run it, and I can accept all of the defaults. And in a moment I will see that I will have this Xming server. I can launch it straight away, or I can launch it manually. I'm going to launch it straight away. And I now can see I have the Xming server running. To close the Xming server, I can right click and click Exit. But for now, I need it to run. Back to the Nectar dashboard, the first thing I do, I need to make sure I have a key pair. I can import a key pair if I've created one elsewhere. I already have a key pair active at the moment, but I'm going to create a new key pair by clicking the Add New Key Pair button. My new key is the name of the key pair I'm going to use, and click Add Key Pair. My new key has been automatically downloaded to my downloads folder. Again, if you use Firefox or Internet Explorer, you will be prompted to download this. Make sure you do download it and put it somewhere sensible, because if you do not, you won't be able to access your VM via a terminal window. Now that we have our key ready, we can go back to the Images tab. Images shows me all of the templates and that have been provided by the Research Cloud team, as well as any snapshots that I've created. I'm going to create one from the Ubuntu 11.10, and I'm going to click Launch. Here I can create my new computer in the cloud, which I'll call Cloud. I can import user data into my instance, or my computer in the cloud. I'm not going to show you how to do that right now though. I can also choose the flavor here. I'm going to choose a single core. You can only choose up to the number of cores that you have been allocated in total. So if you have instances running already, you will only be able to choose whatever remaining allocation you have. The key, I'm going to choose my new key that I created. The security groups, I don't need default, I'm just going to use the basic rules, which provides SSH, HTTP and HTTPS. I can now launch my instance, and I will be taken to the Instances tab, and I can see that I'm now in the build state. If I click on auto refresh, in a moment I will see the state change to active, and I'll have a prompt with an IP. I'm now active and I have my IP. Now, in order to use Putty, I need to convert the key that we downloaded. If I click Start and type in PuttyGen, this application allows me to convert the key that I downloaded. Simply click on Load and then choose All Files, and I can see my new key pen which I just created and downloaded. If I open that, I should see successfully imported foreign key, and then I click OK, and I can save the private key. You'll notice here I can also generate a key if I wish, but I'm going to save my private key. I'm not going to include a passphrase, and I'm simply going to call it my new key. I can close PuttyGen now, as Putty's able to use the new key. I click Start and click Putty. Here I can type for the host name the IP that I was given. Before I can't click OK yet or open yet, I need to go into SSH and set the authority, the authorization key. The private key for authentication, I click on Browse, and there's my new key that I created, and I can click Open. Before I leave this page, I'm going to go to X11 and turn on forwarding, switch on, and tell it to send my graphical windows to localhost :0. I can now click Open. If this is the first time I've connected to my server, I'll be prompted to include the RSA2 key fingerprint. If I've changed my server, I may be prompted to update my key. As long as I'm happy that there's no security breach, I can click Yes. I log in as Ubuntu, and now I'm connected to the cloud. If I wish to send an X11 window to my local desktop, I need to install the X11 apps. I can do that using the command sudo apt-get update. This will update all of the repository information for the various packages that are available. Once the packages are updated, I can type in sudo apt-get install x11-apps. Once they are complete, as long as I have my Xming running on my local machine, I can now type in, I can send a command that will send a graphical window to my local machine. So if I type in xclock, I'll now see that Xming is trying to launch the window, and there's my xclock, which I can close. Just launched XIs there as well. So any application that I've installed that has an Xwindow component can be sent now to my desktop, and so I can operate it with a graphical user interface. Okay, well that's all. I hope that helps get you started on using the Nectar Research Cloud on Windows. Thanks very much.